Hi guys, this is a post for all of us that are experiencing high levels of overwhelm or anxiety or fear, with us going through this period of history that is so new to us and that we'll never in all likelihood experience in our life again. It comes with a high level of uncertainty and instability, and I've noticed in some demographics, especially in the younger people, like in the 20s, that there is a high level of fear, and I wanted to speak to that because we're being given an opportunity here to really work with the energies that we're being presented with in a way that keeps us strong and empowered. Because what we know for sure from this virus is that we need to stay strong and resilient, and in a way that's not armored, but in a way that is relaxed. So I wanted to speak to this because if there's any way I can support your nervous system to be relaxed, I'd really love to provide that for you. So I'm going to start by saying that I'm immunocompromised. The father of my daughter, my good friend Marco, we were together for 16 years. He's also immunocompromised, and I'm not feeling afraid in any way. I'm feeling prepared and ready and very calm. And what's helping me to feel this state of resilience is a number of things, and the core of them is the fact that I'm focusing on keeping my immunity very strong. So I'm eating only fruits and vegetables. I'm not eating even salt or oil. I'm taking large amounts of raw garlic every day and supplementing with high levels of vitamin C and colloidal silver because they're proven to support those that have the virus, to lessen the impact. And I'm taking ginger and super bee and astragalus and lion's mane and a whole heap of shit to keep my immunity high because I'm immunocompromised. And what that's doing just on a diet level is making me feel super set. So in looking after my diet so well, it means that I can relax. Because if this virus is going to come to get me, if nature's going to have her way with me, there's nothing more that I could have done. So that means that I can go into a state of surrender and relaxation while also feeling really empowered about what I am doing. And I think that this is what this virus is really speaking to us about, is how we can become super empowered in our life while we're learning how to balance out the intense masculine hyperactivity, hyper nervous system, fast-paced, stressful, go, 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 action, deliver, boss lady energy that we have been perpetuating, and balancing that out with the feminine qualities, staying at home, nurturing, replenishing and nourishing ourselves, and ultimately taking care. Because when we take care, we feel empowered. When we're empowered, our nervous system is strong and supple. So not strong from a hypertensive perspective, but like strong and open and relaxed. And therefore, that impacts our immunity in a good way. So we're being asked at this time to truly take care of ourselves on all the levels. So I'm working on the levels of diet while also taking care of my body by making sure I'm putting my feet in the earth every day. I'm going into the sunlight. I've been quarantining with Alira since Wednesday. So I've been sitting a lot doing homework and, obsessively looking at how this coronavirus is developing around the world. So I'm making sure I'm balancing all of that stationary activity with movement through my body. So I'm dancing, I'm stretching, I'm walking, I'm jiggling my hips as I make all of my shitload of fruit and veggies every day, and supporting my body to feel as open and relaxed as it possibly can through this time. In conjunction with that, I'm also taking care of my spiritual, psychological and emotional temples. And I'm doing that through staying connected with the people that I love. That's really important because we're wired to connect and belong. And they're also very feminine qualities. The sharing is so important right now. And journaling and the dancing, like I said, and praying and meditating and placing white light through my body to keep my body feeling strong. All of these practices help me feel clean, and they help me feel on top. And when I feel that way, I feel strong, but I also feel open and available. And I think that's also a big point of what's going on here, is like, how do we meet the energies that are here in a way that we feel like we've really met what's available for us. We've really come to the challenge and met it in a way that, like, for me, I feel like, okay, worst case scenario, if I die, did I do everything that I could, not only in my life but in this situation, to meet the challenge, to meet the opportunity? So for a lot of us, I think what we've been doing is putting to the side the things that we know that we need to take care of. So little whispers from our soul coming up and saying, oh, I need to work on that, or my sexuality, or my trauma, or, I don't know, my mindset or my health. And we've been pushing those things to the side in the pursuit of that relentless, fast forward, masculine action. And now we're being asked to do the opposite, to welcome up our darkness, to look at those parts of ourselves that we have pushed to the side. And certainly for me, my darkness at this time is to face my death, because I don't generally do that. It's not in front of me. It doesn't come up to do that. But it is present right now. And as I face my death, I am actually coming through to the other side of a sense of peace. Because as I pray and I connect with God, love, truth, I feel in communion, and I feel protected, and I feel welcomed. And so in this way, if we're looking at all parts of ourselves and going to the parts that feel dark, which is the feminine, which is the descent, which is what I feel that we're being asked to do here as we balance out all of the hypertension that we've been having through our nervous system and through our immunity. As we face these parts of ourselves and come into a new type of strength and balance, so this virus will not be able to touch us energetically. And if it does, we are well equipped to be able to work with, like, worst case scenario, death, or hospital, with equanimity and grace and peace. So these things have been helping me this week. And what else has been helping me is to have heard from a doctor in Sydney who basically said, she works in the hospitals, and she said, we're all going to get this virus. And that helped me, because it's like, okay, cool, I can surrender, I'm going to get this virus. If I know that, then all I need to do is make sure that I'm doing everything that I possibly can to keep my immunity up, and with all that entails, the dance, the diet, the staying in connection with people, staying in a position of trust, working with any kind of fears and anxieties that come up, because sometimes they do. I go into sometimes some paranoid mindsets around, is the virus near me? I'm really working with that so that I can come back to a place of peace and relaxation. And the way that I do that is through action, by fully taking care. So it's a reminder for all of us to make sure that we are really taking care of our rest and our relaxation, and all things feminine and nourishing. So for me, that's looked like making sure I turn my phone off during the day, because otherwise I just get obsessed with coronavirus scrolling, and contacting friends and posting and resting, and all the things that I've said. And I also wanted to speak to a few people have mentioned that they have got friends who are conspiracy theorists, and that listening to them makes them freak out a little bit more about the current situation. And my advice to you, if there's anything that's weakening your energy, ditch it. Throw whatever is not working for you and making you strong out the window. Because now is a time for feeling strong and feeling prepared and relaxed and calm and centered, not for more agitation and more activation of any of our internal systems. So if you're finding that friends and family are not believing in the coronavirus, or not taking heed of your supportive words of advice around what to do, all we can do is give them the information and send them the energetic and vibrational frequencies of compassion and care and love, and wrap them in that. And then we know we can let go because we've done our piece. So I feel like that's the link to all of this situation, is what's our piece to do. And sometimes that's just non-doing. It's like just total rest or watching a movie or whatever. So I think that's it from me today. I got the news today that my stepfather died last night. And given that they're closing borders to New South Wales on Tuesday, I'm going to drive down to Sydney tomorrow to go and be with my mum. And I'm just going to set myself up tonight so that I'm ready to drive in a way that's relaxed, and I might check in as I go on the drive. And I'm sending you all a lot of love at this time, and a reminder that you can reach out to me at any point if you need support. I'm doing discounted online sessions if you would like any kind of anxiety support, or even if you just want to reach out and say, hey, struggle streets, please feel free to do that. We really need to band in together here and reach out to our community and receive and ask for help and give help. I've got some friends in Europe who have been in lockdown for quite a while, and they're like so grateful for this period of time to get out of the system of rush and pressure, and because they're noticing that communities are banding together and really supporting each other, and people are calling each other for the first time because they have space, which is again all the beautiful feminine. So don't forget to reach out. I'll see you soon.